Hi, I'm Jim, and I'm a retired consultation-liaison psychiatrist, and I retired about 2.5 years ago from the University of Iowa Hospitals and Clinics. And about 4.5 or 5 months ago, I took up the hobby of juggling, three-ball cascade, clown type thing. And I suppose the question arises, what's a guy my age doing picking up juggling? And I'm reminded of a sketch by Mark Twain, Taming the Bicycle, in which he started to learn how to ride one of the high-wheel bicycles that was popular back in the 1880s. He was around 50 years old, and the story is really funny. And he talks about how he got a bunch of cuts and scrapes, and he had to buy a barrel of Pond's extract, which is a liniment that you rub on cuts and scrapes. And he essentially taught himself how to ride the high-wheel bicycle. And it's a story or a sketch really about learning and how we learn new things, new skills. And that's what I'm doing. I'm learning a new skill, and it's quite an adventure. And you have to unlearn some things and learn how to let go in a concrete way. And I'll talk a little bit about that as I go along. So I went to Barnes& and Nobles one day, and I was walking around looking at the books, and I found a Learn to Juggle kit. And it contained a little instruction booklet and three juggling balls, and it cost 12 bucks. And I'm reminded of Mark Twain's Taming the Bicycle sketch, and the first line is, I thought the matter over and concluded I could do it. That was about as much thought as I gave to it. Well, I'm going to mainly talk about how I learned to juggle the three-ball cascade, which took me a couple of months. Some people can learn it in a matter of 2 or 3 hours, which amazes me. But the whole idea is starting off with simple things like throwing one ball from one hand to the other, and then throwing two balls uh, between two hands, and then you know trying three balls, and that can take a while. And I got stuck at certain stages, but it often helped me to count out loud, which was actually one of the instructions in the manual. It helps to focus your concentration and attention to count out loud the number of throws you make with the balls. So that helped me quite a bit. The other thing that happened later when I tried teaching myself some of the tricks, like under the leg throw and behind the back throw, is that sometimes it's really hard to let go of the ball that you need to let go of in order to keep the cascade up in the air, meaning all three balls up in, or at least juggling the balls so that at least one ball is in the air all the time. The That was difficult to do until I learned to let go of one of the key balls in the cascade. I couldn't get past uh, the the obstacle to learning things like the under the leg throw. Now, the other thing about the under the leg throw is that you need to be able to stand on your leg, on one leg, for at least a few seconds. And I thought I was pretty good athletically. I exercise every day, and when I read the study in British Medical Journal of Sports Medicine last fall, it said that being unable to stand on one leg for at least 10 seconds could be associated with lots of medical problems and early mortality in uh, older people. Uh, I'm an older person, and I thought, well, I can do this, and I could not stand on my one leg for 10 seconds. And there's lots of reasons why people have trouble standing on one leg. But with me, it was ankle wobble. And I think that's a more common problem than people think. So I just practiced standing on one leg for at least 10 seconds for a couple of months until I could get to the point where I could stand on one leg for a minute. And then I was able to do the under the leg throw. So I'm still learning. I'm moved on, trying to learn simple tricks, and those are really fun to do. And the juggling practice that I do every day is a great warm-up for my regular exercise schedule. The thing I do notice about everyday practice in the type of juggling balls that I use is that juggling balls wear out. And after a while, I noticed that the stuffing was coming out of the juggling balls that I bought with the Learn to Juggle kit. And pretty soon had to buy a new set of juggling balls. And I've been through a few sets now. That's really not unusual, and it's not much of a knock on the hobby. I mean, you think back to Mark Twain and his learning how to ride the bicycle. I mean, you've ridden bicycles, many of you, for a long time, and I'm sure you're not still riding your original bicycle that you learned to ride on. You probably have had several. So you go through several sets of juggling balls, probably when you learn how to juggle. I'm going to spend a few minutes talking about the beanbag type of juggling ball that I use. And they actually look like this. And they're supposed to be mashable like that. And there are professional sets that are also mashable, and they are also, they're supposed to be sort of deformable, and that's because they're filled with a variety of substances that make them thud. In other words, they don't bounce and roll away from you when you drop them, which is what you're going to do if you learn how to juggle. And what happens is, because they fill them with things like millet, that's birdseed, by the way, and plastic pellets and sand, and that's going to start leaking out between the seams. And they'll make some juggling balls in a way that minimizes that, but you're probably going to go through, a few sets of juggling balls. I don't think one set of juggling ball is meant to last you for years. And so there are different ways to do that, and some of them, are made so that they have several panels. This one is called a 12-panel set, and they're made by ZQ. I'm not selling ZQ, but they're a popular brand, and may make the balls more durable. This set, which is Iowa Hawkeye colors, by the way, they're deformable to the extent that they can go from a sphere to almost a football shape, which should make you think about Iowa football. And they have a polyurethane coating, which may also make them more durable. So you can get these from Amazon, and you can also get them through various websites. Renegade Juggling is a popular website for jugglers. Juggling for Beginners, that's another website that you can check out for types of juggling balls to purchase. And circuskingdom.com, that's another one. So you can check those out. You're probably going to spend about 30 bucks for 3 juggling balls that'll be fairly durable. So that's what you can expect, and you'll probably go through them, and if you do it every day and practice and drop them a lot, you probably are going to end up wanting to buy another set, not just needing to. So anyway, Juggling is a lot of fun. It helps focus my attention and concentration. And the biggest idea is to have a good time.